Season 4.5 Custom Xfinity Series at the Team Crumpet 150 Talladega race for the Custom Xfinity Series. On the pole tonight, we have Serenity Racing, Mr. Team Crumpet himself. Monster Racing will be starting outside of him with the Energy Boys third and fourth. Should be a pretty good race. Who are you looking at as your race winner? Sorry guys, I have Paw Bear and Energy in the booth with me. Looks like we can accept the invites. We're blue screen, so don't answer yet, Paw Bear. And alright, so now we're live. Go ahead.
I am looking at Serenity, actually. Serenity and Wide Open. They are really, really good. And I know they've been practicing together there. And with the three that are on my team in here tonight, I think they're all on the same page strategy-wise. So I think the Shin Motorsports is going to take it tonight.
So his vote is lopsided. Yeah, so I mean, I like the naturally I like the underdogs. I'm a driver for the underdogs, but here in the Custom Xfinity Series, I think one of the harder drivers to beat is going to be Captain No Shift Pendle. I think he's going to be a pretty hard driver to beat here tonight, as he rolls out 8th place in the number 11 machine. Energy, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
All right, who are you looking at here tonight?
Probably the car that ends up finishing first.
I really like that pick, because you just can't be wrong. If you pick the car that wins, then you probably also won.
Now I know I was talking to a lot of guys, my guys included. They have some strategy about how they're gonna do things and where they want to run. So we'll see if they get hooked up here quick and see what they can do.
Yeah, Creed out there. Thanks for tuning in. Tom Horton muted. Mountain Dew, thanks for the apology. Francis Smith, he's out there cheering for the Canucks. Serenity still in the lead in the 07 British car. I think that means that he's driving from the opposite side of the car that the rest of the field is. He's on the right side, so he's got a little added right weight. All 35 pounds that he weighs. The 20 car hard into the wall after contact with another car. The 42 of somebody also just took out the 8 I think that's the 2, the gold 2. So the 42 struggling to hold the line early stages here. Ed though, shocker actually, he's usually really solid. He might be controller based tonight.
Clerk's driving the 20.
Yeah, we didn't go over, but controllers and wheels are huge differences here at these super speedways. You can see a controller driver tends to struggle to hold their line at a super speedway, while the wheel guys are usually your people that are holding a pretty solid line all the way around the track. Ed, though, I'm sure he'll get it. He's a good solid driver, not a dirty type driver, so I'm sure that was accidental. Wide Open Racing, you've been seeing him in the 78, is in the 08 tonight, Team Shin driver. And you have the who used to be in the 78. Well, Wide Open was in the 78. Now Monster's in the 78. So teams have switched some cars as new people have gone to different car teams now and stuff like that.
I tell you what's really winning is this pasta. This pasta is definitely winning right now. I like his chances better than pretty much anybody in this race.
And that's energy for you guys. Yeah. So we have, let's see, who's in the 98 is Dark Knight. He's usually in the 5. 86 is Poddle. She's usually in the 98. Yeah, this is going to be hard to keep up with who's who. But I do know that the car in the lead, making his Custom Xfinity return, is Serenity Racing. As I say that, there goes the 19 of one of the drivers trying to make a pass out there.
That would be
D. Smith. Yeah, right. D. Smith. I think he's points leader too.
If he's not, he's right up there. Not anymore.
D. Smith is 5th in points. Flirt is 4th. Dark Knight 3rd. Nuka Bob 2nd. Dash for Cash is our points leader. I'm glad I got that out of the way. I couldn't tell you what car everybody's driving right now, but yeah.
I'm not sure who's driving the 42, but I'm on with Pottles there, and He's in front of her, and he's going side to side all over the place.
Yeah, that's it though. We were talking about him earlier. I'm not really sure what's going on. I don't know if that's like a lag issue that's going on with him or what. He's just not usually like that. He's usually holding his line a lot better than that. That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
this is a rough track to struggle to hold your line at.
Because I raced trucks with him when he was in the truck series, and he was very good, really solid.
Just kind of scrolling through the field here, guys. Their outside line is trying to make something happen. The 78, the 86, and the 98. Trying to do something out there. The 00 Grandmaster Sheffy, new to this series, as Noco moved him up from the trucks literally 20 minutes before the preset race started. So he didn't have a whole lot of time to practice for this, I'm guessing. We got Monster Racing's wifey out there cheering for none other than Monster Racing. Shocker. Pro 75 out there cheering for all of NOCO. And Extreme Dirt Racing quagmiring it. So thanks for tuning in, guys.
Well, at least you're not hitting on his wife like you did on what's-his-face's wife a couple months back.
Well, this one's clear, and I didn't actually hit on her. I just wasn't sure if it was a wife or a girlfriend thing, just so we're clear, or both, possibly. Back to the racing. Serenity still in the lead in the 07 car. I'm trying to figure out who the 35 is. I feel like I've scrolled through the... Oh, old guy. Wow. Old guy with a good solid run up there. As I mentioned his name, he moves out of line and is losing spot. So, awesome job, Taddy. Way to screw over old guy. Now the 08 of... Oh, man... Another driver is in second. Wide open, right? Yeah. These number changes really messing with me right now. If you'd asked me last week and it was the 78 in second, I'd have known it was wide open. But a lot of number changes, a lot of driver changes this week.
Shuffling around all over the place.
Wide open Serenity teammates. They're right there, nose to tail.
Right. So they're probably working together.
Probably.
Yeah. And
now
behind
we
them,
just need the bottles up there with them.
Yeah, then behind them we have the 11 and the 51. That's NPP, or No Shift Pendle, and I think that's Acceptness in the 51. Those two are also teammates. Followed by the Pottles in 5th, and looks like D. Smith in 6th. And Pottles looks like her left front might have blown on the backstretch, but she gathers it back together as her tires do still have air in them.
I'm going to tell you right now, the 20 of Flirt and the 2 of Dash for Cash, they're drafting with each other, but I'm just going to go out there and say they're probably not having a great time right now in stage 1.
Yeah, so if you're not, if your car's getting beat up and hitting the wall, or you've lost the draft, you're definitely not having fun. Booger McFarland will verify that later on in the race, I'm sure.
I'm guessing Serenity's having a good time.
I mean, I'm sure that he's enjoying being up front. At the same time, I know Serenity is one of those strategy type drivers, so usually we don't see him in the first position. He's usually trying to do strategy behind that, but with these smaller lap counts, as we'd seen in presets, without having a pit, you don't really need to make a strategy.
You kind of just want to get up there and try to get stage points or a stage win.
Yeah, because those help, getting extra points. If you score more points than the other people do, then you got the most points of the night.
And that tends to help for your overall season standings. I mean,
yeah, because
at
in
the
case
end of the
you guys,
season, if you have the most points, you're the champion. Win a championship.
Yeah. Guys, we have 2 laps to go in this stage already, so Serenity looking strong with wide open. A little interesting though, to push your teammate to the win in a stage, you have to start outside of your teammate for the second stage, and one of you is probably going to fall back.
By the way, NOCO did say that Sheffy has been running custom Xfinity, so...
I feel like, I mean, in the captain's chat he mentioned Sheffy, so I feel like that might have been the issue. Apparently I'm just, well, I think you nailed it on the head last race when you just said you and I are both maybe dumb. Coming to the white flag of stage 1 right now is we have the 07 and the 08, but the outside line is looking to make a move with D. Smith, the 23 Anuka Bob, and the 00, I guess that's Grandmaster Sheffy, who has been in this series prior to tonight, apparently.
How long was the hit? how long has it been since you actually been up here in the booth with one of these Xfinity races at?
Every Thursday since this season 4.5 started, it's been me and NRG, and so I'm not sure why I didn't know that Sheffy's been running up there.
Yeah, I mean, when we think about, you know, reading and trying to keep up with everything,
when we
tends
think,
to get to my self-esteem a little bit.
yeah, you really probably could have just stopped at thinking. When me and Energy think, that just ruins our whole day. So battle for third, the 86 Pottles look like she's going to get the Pendle. I think Pendle beat the 35 though. So Pendle, Shin, wide open, Pottles, Pendle, and the 35 of Old Guy. Yep, that's right. Got him. See, top 5. I knew all the names. Boom, nailed it.
Stage 1, 1, 2, 3, Shin.
I'm really anxious to see who's going to get completely screwed over at the restart here this time. It tends to be a theme as of last race and beginning of this race. First lap.
Yeah, at the beginning of the stage, if you get hit and you smash into the wall and you lose the draft, you're probably not going to enjoy the whole rest of that stage. Also, let's keep in mind, even more in depth with the custom series, damage is on. So not only did you get put in the wall, you probably have damage on your car, which makes the no fun even worse.
Yeah, you're not going to go very fast with damage.
Yeah, that is a fact. If your motor is yellow and you only...
McFarlane fact, or is that a Taddy fact?
No, that's a booger. But yeah, if you have if your motor is yellow and you have only one tire on the car, you're probably not going to go as fast as the other people that have a good motor and 4 tires. Beginning in stage 2 here, Serenity is holding off wide open on the outside. Pottles pushing him. She got a little out of the line, come back down onto the 51 of Acceptness onto the apron, gathers it together. Kudos to Old Guy there, letting the 51 have room to save it, and they single back out onto the backstretch. The outside line hasn't fallen off a whole lot here yet, and a lot of that is due to the 86 and the 51 with their struggles on the inside. Like we talked about in the presets, you don't necessarily have to have the most cars, but you have to have the line that is most in line, straight nose to tail.
They're 3 wide coming to the tri-oval here. That's Sheffy who got hung out to dry here.
Wide open, jumped back into the bottom line. Fell back quite a ways though before he did.
Mobber out there asking, do you eat the tea or the crumpet first? I don't know. We'll have to ask Serenity. I'm not really sure that anything is in proper order over on that side of the ocean. Anyways, but Serenity, he has one thing in order right now, and that is the lead of this race.
Yeah, he's led pretty much every lap.
Yeah, I think that you know, in the captain's chat we had some issues last week that people felt people were racing in the wrong series, and Serenity wanted to try that. Hey, he said, hey, I've been racing Custom Cup. Let me drop down to Custom Xfinity, see if I can finally get a W. As here we go, the 51 getting into the 98. No, I'm just messing. Serenity, he's a good, solid person. I like seeing him in here. 4 wide, 5 wide.
51 must have a death wish, or not a death wish. He must really not like people because
he was definitely
killed the entire field.
Yeah, not pretty much. He 100% just took out the whole field, except for the top 4, as those 4 are still running 1, 2, 3, and 4. But the
I'm guessing
out.
He did not like the people that were behind 4th place. If you were 5th on back, he probably didn't like you, and that's why he just, he's like, all right.
I mean, in fairness, he liked 5th. It was 6th on back because he himself was in 5th.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. He also must have some self-esteem issues because he did not want to run up front. But he just wanted to make sure nobody else was going to run out front, too.
Breaking news in the chats. People are upset with the 51. I'm not 100% sure why. Could have to do with he just KO'd 12 drivers. Back to this racing. Serenity on the pole here on this restart. Pottles on the outside. 98 of... Man, I should know this thing. That's a new driver. Oh, Dark Knight, right. Yeah, so Dark Knight in the 98 third. 08 of Wide Open is now falling to 4th. And 20 of Flirt in 5th. So your top 5, that was them. Yep. UK Wildcats, that is 100% accurate. He said 6 on back, straight up, did not have a good time. accuracy. Thank you out there for putting your 2 cents in. Now you can return to bed. Thank you. Serenity looking strong. Not moving from that yellow line. That's good for him. It's helping. Wicked Gatekeeper said 51 spilt his tea. That's what happened. He was trying to get down. He's trying to dip his crumpet into the tea and spilt the tea and took out the field. That's unfortunate. So not only did the field not have a good time, neither did the tea and crumpet. Awesome. 98 of Dark Knight has now moved into second with Flirt with Disaster in the 20 car in third. Oh, somebody's gone.
Oh, somebody just lagged out.
I've seen that.
That was Sheffy.
So that's why I haven't seen him in all these races.
That is unfortunate.
Actually, I'm really glad you figured out who it was. I was going to scroll through the field and try to figure it out, and I was unable to.
And 2 cars are trying to take the high line. I don't think it's going to work.
51 in the 2, those are our teammates. Yeah. That is the MPP cars. That is Mr. KO the field, and then Dash for Cash, our points leader in the 2. Let's see how this one goes. He's now up to tied with 4th place. Trying to hold his line on the outside this time. The T issue has been resolved. He was able to soak it up with his fire suit.
D. Smith has lost the draft here.
That makes for a long night when you don't have the draft.
Oh my goodness.
A little bit off. You're probably accurate. The 51 probably thought he had room to come back up, but you're also accurate that he did not.
I'm guessing that 2 that pulled out there, the no pit pendle, I presume they fell right to the back. No shift pendle, I guess.
No shift pendle is the 11. The other 2 cars that pulled out, the 2 and the 51, those are drivers of MPP. But that is Acceptness and Dash for Cash. And the 2 car, Dash for Cash, is our points leader entering this race. Looks like those 3 cars, all of the MPP are still trying to go to the outside.
He's spinning. Facing the wrong direction.
Yeah, and last I knew, when you're going the wrong way and all the other cars are going the right way at 200 miles an hour, you're probably not having much fun.
No, yeah. It's not typically the fastest way. I mean, you could probably go just as fast if you're going the wrong way, but you're definitely not completing laps in the right direction. You're actually removing the laps that you previously did, which puts you multiple laps down, which is not going to get you many points.
That's almost like my pace car.
Yeah, there is a game on the servers that I think it's actually allowed to do that. Unfortunately, that's not this one. That's Wreckfest. This is actual oval racing, NASCAR.
I did not know the difference.
Yeah, sometimes people get confused, and we see that taken out on the track. Unfortunately, they let people from NASCAR drive Wreckfest, so it gets confusing from time to time.
Yeah, I mean, they see these vehicles on 4 wheels, and maybe some of them are just like you and me, Taddy. Not all that bright, and they forgot what game that they pulled up.
I mean, facts. You never know. NOCO, breaking news. NOCO's been now told to go to bed by UK Wildcats.
And Serenity got off the bottom line.
Yeah, he's trying to go up and pull some people around, but that did not work. I thought the 20 was going to be able to clear the 98. Get in front of them, but this might be the end of the stage.
Yeah, I probably should have been paying attention.
That is the end of the stage, so the 98, I think, got it there.
Yeah, Dark Knight got the stage win. I don't know if that was a good idea by Serenity, and the reason I don't know that is I feel like a good move would have been to win the stage, and to not win the stage is not a good move.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he was trying to pull his other guys around to try to help get the team more points in the stage. Well, 1, 2, 3 in the first stage.
Yeah, but his closest driver was the Pottles, who finished 7th, so he didn't exactly have anybody up there to pull around. But yeah, good, definitely. 101. Yeah, definitely a good concept there. You're just wrong. That is. So there is a car in the lead, there is a car in second, there is somebody in 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I'll get you the name once I can see him a little closer here.
D lost touch with the draft, and somehow
I'm going to assume pit strategy put D. Smith in second with New Kebab in first. That's interesting.
I'm guessing they took 2.
Noco, actually, that would be fun to do sometime. Have half the field go backwards, see how this race ends up.
If they'd let us just, like, not unghost.
Oh, yeah.
Or,
maybe
they can't ghost us.
Maybe when Heat 5 comes out, maybe they'll allow it. Maybe it'll be legit. Yeah, so the outside line looks like it's formed up pretty good here. Flirt with Disaster on the outside trying to make a move. I don't know why my screen's on 07, who's in the rear right now. That's no bueno.
Very good.
Well, I think you mentioned him being a strategic
driver.
Oh, yeah, strategic, definitely. And we'd seen it. Pit stops are going to happen. We'd seen 2 pit stops in the presets. But in the presets, there was 2 stops with the last one with about 5 to go. So being custom as your gearing could actually save you some fuel, and you might be able to win this race on some fuel strategy. So Serenity riding around in the back might be the move to make. Unfortunately for him, any of the other drivers watching this broadcast now know that I just said you might be trying it.
Well, hopefully the 51 doesn't catch wind of that, as he might not like that decision. Just put him in the wall so he can't.
I mean, facts. And then Serenity would be saving fuel and not having a good time all at the same time.
That doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun, personally.
No, I mean, I've had fun, and that just is not something I've ever done to have fun.
Yeah.
New Kebab way below the yellow line, trying to get down below that 23. Thinks better of it, lifts, lets the 23 go, gets back in line, a.k.a. no penalty because he did not pass a person. 42.
I was actually teammates before with Flirt and G9 Gamer in Get Her Done, and actually they're both really good drivers.
So you just openly admit that you flirt with G9 Gamer. That's awkward. Ma Bear is not going to be happy. No, I'm just kidding. They are very talented drivers. And D Smith up here leading the way for the NRG team in this race, but Flirt leading the team in the points. Unfortunately, those two are battling each other for 4th place in the points right now.
Ma Bear's just sitting there with a smile on her face, shaking her head.
Oh man, did I just call out somebody else's wife on air? Dang it, I am not doing good here.
No.
Oh, G9's wife, ironically, that was Deborah. Yep, that was her.
Yeah, it was. I was sitting there trying to remember who it was. There it is. Figured it out.
I'll never forget Deborah.
That was hilarious.
So back to the racing. New Kebab still in the lead, 19 in second, 42 in third, 22 of Trinity Beast Mode fourth. First time we've talked about him. And no shift Pendle. Luckily, this is a super speedway, not a road course. He's not shifting that car. He's able to run in 5th place right now. Breaking news, Ma Bear's going to Dr. Phil with the love triangle of Pa Bear flirting with G9 as well as Ma in the mix. So, back to the racing.
I sound more like a Jerry Springer, not Dr. Phil type. I don't know, I guess either or.
Huh.
She's over there wiping the tears out of her eyes.
And this is why we enjoy being your Thursday broadcasters up here. We'll be here next week too.
Yeah, we'll be here, and I'm surprised that these Xfinity guys don't quit after going back and watching us literally roast them for an hour. I mean, if I was one of these guys on Thursday Nights Racing, I would highly try to encourage my captain to move me to somewhere else where Taddy and NRG are not in the booth.
On a positive note there, we only roast the drivers that make mistakes. So if you go mistake-free, you will not be roasted. We will congratulate you, and you'll get an interview when the race is over. Because that person also is usually the one that won the race. Looks like Edtho gave up the bottom line. Bad move. 22 didn't like him trying to come back down. They both went into the wall. Also, bad move. Roast on both cars right there.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. They were both running up 2nd and 3rd there for a while. I'm not sure how they even got to the outside, but I would assume that's going to damage their car, and they're not having fun.
No, that didn't look like a lot of fun, personally. I probably would not be in a good mood if I was Robbie right now.
Yeah, so Robbie, remember how like stage 1 his team was 1, 2, and 3, and now they're not even close. So yeah, he's not having a good time. He's hating life.
They're definitely saving fuel. They have to be.
Well, see, not his whole team is back there though. Oh wait, is Wide Open
I
on that
don't even
team?
know who's on whose team anymore.
Well,
I give up.
I mean, 07 and 08 are definitely teammates with the 86 car.
Right.
Wide Open is in the 08. I don't see him up here. Wait, I do. He's in this top pack. Wide Open is. But Pottles and Serenity are in the back. I don't know, with Pottles being over there this week, I don't know how much time Serenity's had to work with setup or saving fuel or strategy with her. And also, I don't think that I've ever seen that side of Pottles where she's a strategy type driver. Ooh, the 51 and the 20, they make contact, still not liking each other. 51 is just not happy with a lot of drivers in this race. And what I mean by that is the whole field. He doesn't like anyone.
I'm starting to believe that the feeling is mutual between the field and the 51.
That is acceptance.
If I was on the track, I probably would not be very happy with him myself.
Yeah, and that is accepting his fate that nobody likes him right now. Kudos to him. That is, he's in still in the top 5, pushing his captain. So his captain likes him right now because he is pushing him. The 2 for Dash for Cash, he's lucky that that caution had happened earlier. He's no longer going the wrong way. He's in this lead pack.
I would feel a lot better watching my guys, both of them in the top 5 right now. I just kind of wish there's a car that's in that top 5 wasn't there right now. I'd feel a lot better. I don't know. I'm just not feeling great.
I'm not 100% certain what you're even talking about, but I still love you. So yeah, 23 of Nuke Bob still in the lead, being pushed by D Smith. They used to be teammates over on Team NoCo, so they know how to race well with each other. And No Shift Pendle in 3rd also used to be a NoCo driver, so he knows how to drive with these guys. Interesting. But don't expect them to stay in line on the white flag, because if you follow the car in front of you and the checkered flag drops and he's in front of you, you will finish behind him, and nobody wants to finish behind other people. Over to you, Pa. Who are you watching? What are you seeing out here on the race on the speedway tonight?
I'm watching the 78 following the 08, and the 78 just lagged, but he lagged like they were on the back stretch. And it's a good thing, because when he lagged, he rammed the back of Wide Open, which was pretty good because they're on the back stretch. Just a good thing they weren't into a turn, because he probably would have sent him around.
Yeah, they probably set some land speed records right there doing that.
Yeah.
Pa, I'm really going to need you to watch what you're saying. You're just saying he just rammed somebody that's wide open. Back to the racing. Yeah, so yeah, definitely there is the lag is real. It does happen in these races. Maybe this Edtho 42, he's all by himself on the track. Just scrolled onto his car. Maybe he's saving a lot of fuel because he's going slower than the other cars, and that does help you save fuel.
Well, I mean, kinda.
Sometimes.
When you have no one to follow and you're literally full throttle around the whole track because, I mean, you can't do nothing. I mean, my guess is the 42, it just really isn't having a whole lot of fun. Straight up not having a good time, as you would say.
Yeah, this second pack, we got Trinity, Dark Knight, Pottles, and Serenity. So Shin and Underdogs drivers. You might be right. Maybe they are working together as a little group and trying to save some fuel.
Looks like the 20 signal. Okay, looks like the 20, the 23, the 19, all signaling for.
And the 78.
And the 78.
I didn't want you to leave out a car. I think it actually would have been easier to announce the cars that didn't signal there. This whole lead back looks like they're trying to pit.
I hate it here.
And that actually is fake news. You love it here.
Facts.
78.
Okay, D. Smith just completely ate the inside wall. He has a ton of front end damage.
Yeah, and that strategy that we were talking about with the back group, maybe saving some fuel. I don't think that's true because they pitted with those guys. So if that was their strategy, they did horrible at saving fuel. as they're one of the first group to take more fuel.
Wait, I forget. I wasn't paying attention. Are we in stage 3 already?
We are, yes. Good job paying
okay,
attention.
yeah.
Way to be a commentator for the Custom Xfinity race. Attaboy, energy. You make my life difficult.
And he loves it.
Well, this is unfortunate for the 98 car. Just went on to his stream. 30.2 seconds on pit road is probably not going to be a winning pit stop. Yeah, that's not good.
No, I can't see that being a pit stop.
And the other leaders have now pitted. I'm going to stay here. We're going to see which car comes around this section first, or if Pendle is one of the first cars that come out. Yeah, this is probably a boring sight on your screen, but I feel like it's going to be the best way for me to have an idea of who's winning after this. Actually, I'm watching Dark Knight's stream. That would tell me who is leading.
I know Serenity just come out.
Yeah, right now I have the 08 car is leading. That is wide open, so I'm rolling around with him right now.
And I believe he just went by Serenity as Serenity was coming out off pit road.
Who did? Wide open?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how... I feel like the 20 and the 23 are in front of him. Has the 08 not pit?
Probably not.
That's a bold move. Definitely looks like he's going with fuel mileage. He's down on the apron now on the backstretch, so the 08 is getting ready to pit this time by. That's a bold strategy. I like it.
He's a smart driver. Very smart.
Energy, did we lose you?
I think we probably did.
Good talking to you there. Oh, there, yeah, we heard
Here he
you.
is.
Roger that. Hear you. Let's ride around with Nuke Bob and the 20 of Flirt. Assuming, because they were the leaders prior to the pit stops, that maybe they will be again after the pit stops. That seems like a logical assumption.
And in fact, the 08 did just pit.
Yep, the 08's on pit road. That is facts. Still trying to look and see. 15 laps remaining. Nope, the leader would be coming to 14, which right now I still have the 08 who's on pit road, so when he comes out of pit road it would be 14 laps to go for him. I don't know where they're sitting on fuel. Via the presets, I'm assuming they're going to have to pit again, but how the 08 stayed out, what, 3 laps longer than everybody else, he may not have to pit again.
If not, all he'd have to do is probably come for a splash and go, probably.
Yeah, that might have been a race-winning move, as the 20 and the 11 car is the leader. That is No Shift Pendle. Let me try to find him. He's all by himself, but has 4 or 5 cars closing in on him quickly. They're probably going to overtake him for that lead. That's just a logical guess.
Well, that just depends. I mean, if we see, we seen in the truck race Monday night, there's a 4 or a 5 car group was coming down the backstretch on the last lap, tried to make a move to the outside, and there was kind of one of the nastiest blocks I've ever seen in my life. Absolutely destroyed their run. So maybe Pendle tried doing the same thing.
I feel like it's a little too early for that, but I'm not in that 11 car right now to know what when I plan to turn right on the rest of the leaders. So that could be a possibility, as it looks like the 20 of Flirt, the 23 of Nukabob, and the 35 of Old Guy are closing in strong for and they're second, third, fourth, I'm assuming.
Yeah, they are coming with a good head of steam.
That is Canadian for they're going fast, ladies and gentlemen.
Facts.
Speaking of which, Canadian Day was yesterday. How'd that go for you, Pa? Did you enjoy it?
Awesome. I did.
That is They celebrate 3 days prior to us, so they could finally beat us at something. Yeah, so back to the racing. Pendle is being overtaken now by the 20 car. Sorry to any and all Canadians out there watching. Sometimes I don't think, I just speak. So the 20 of Flirt with Disaster is now your leader, with 12 laps remaining. I still have no idea on fuel strategy, if they're going to have pit again or not.
I'm guessing that everyone that pit in that first group definitely has to at least come down one more time.
Yeah, I'm thinking that if you don't have enough fuel, you're going to have to pit again.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't have to.
Strongly advised.
I mean, yeah, I agree.
So this is the race for the lead. This race for the lead is awfully boring, so let's do a scroll through the field. There's the 42 car Beto. He's all by himself. That is not fun. Here is a group of 5. Dash for Cash, Acceptness, Wide Open, Serenity, Poddle. So the 3 Shin cars, nose to tail, with 2 of the NPP cars in front of them. This group pitted early as well, so I would assume that they're going to have to pit. This is your front pack that I wasn't enjoying earlier watching. It says that we're on board with Grandmaster Sheffy, but you can't see his car. That's simply because he has lagged out. Yep, back here with this other pack, this is Dark Knight Trinity, 78 of Monster, and 19 wrecked of D. Smith. As you can tell, what I mean by wrecked is, see all that damage on the front of that 19? How it, he can't even see out of it? That's what we mean by damage. That car is not going to go as fast as the other ones that don't have damage.
Yeah, I don't know if he got loose getting on the pit road, but he ate that blue inside wall.
Yeah, his car did not enjoy that. I'm hoping for the driver's safety that he Danica'd it and he lifted both of his hands, so that his wheel didn't break his hand, but there's just no telling. Guys, I'm seeing on Dark Knight stream that we're within 5 laps of pitting again, and I think that they're coming. Well, the leaders have already taken it, but I believe he's at like 10 to go, maybe 9 to go. I'll tell you when he crossed the line on his stream. 9 laps to go for him. As he crossed the line, he fell to 4 laps. Now this becomes a huge factor with Wide Open stayed out 3 laps longer than them. So he would have 7 laps remaining in the tank with only 9 to go. But he also saved 2 laps more. Oh, the 42 car not moving headed to pit road. That was interesting. But I'm really thinking that the 08 of Wide Open is going to have enough fuel to be able to make it to the end. I think he's going to have to save a little bit, but I think he's going to be able to do that according to what I'd seen out of the first part of this.
He's behind 4 cars right now. He could definitely save a little bit to get to the end, I would think.
Yeah, Dark Knight and Trinity Beast Mode are on pit road now. They've decided we can't make it, might as well go get some fuel, because again, if you don't have enough fuel to get to the end, you probably won't make it to the end without pitting.
Yeah, they say that the car does go faster with less fuel in it. You at least have to have some to even accelerate. It's what I've been told.
That is facts. Booger McFarlane would agree with that fact, I believe.
Ma Bear is loving this little stream here.
Yeah, Wildcats, I don't want to do that. I was gonna do a Giggity Rev It Up, and then you asked me to do one, so unfortunately that won't be done tonight.
Instead, we should just shut the stream down right now.
And this
Blue screen.
Yeah, blue screen for the finish. Awesome.
I mean, Noko's got a good idea.
I'm not a fan. The leader's coming to pit road. They're on pit road.
Poddle is just stuck down on the apron, probably heading for pit road, I believe.
So,
I mean, I guess we did kind of do about like an hour and a half of Giggity Wreck It Up last night.
Yeah, so there's just no reason to do another one tonight. Seeing the 51 is the leader, so this little pack is first, second, third, and fourth right now. You have Acceptness, who doesn't like anyone in the track. Dash for Cash is your points leader. Serenity's the new guy, and Wide Open is the guy saving fuel. So this is actually a pretty interesting little pack right here.
And the first three front of Wide Open are pitting.
Wide Open stays out, so I guess now we're going to see, did he save the fuel? I'm going to go ahead.
He's probably not saving fuel now.
No, but he was probably trying to prior. Although, you know, you say that actually he could back down the throttle and run at, 75, 8,000 RPMs. If he doesn't have to pit, he's about 3/4 of the track ahead of the rest of the field, so he could back it down.
Yeah, he does got a little bit of room to work with, I guess.
And he is coming up on some cars that just come off pit road, so he could actually draft those.
Yeah, and he has, I'm assuming Dark Knight's lap down, so the leader should have 5 laps to go right now. I say that because on Dark Knight stream he has 6, so that makes sense that the leader would have 5 if Dark Knight's a lap down. Common math, guys. I'm learning. I went to preschool 2 weeks ago, and they taught me how to do that. Right, so Wide Open now, coming to 4 laps to go. Over to you, Paw Bear. What are you watching? Who are you watching?
I am watching Wide Open Racing right now.
So you're doing the same thing I'm doing. All right, well, I'm not going to change anything then. Over to you, Energy. What are you watching?
The chat, seeing what's going on here, but really nothing. And now as I look back up, I'm following Flirt and the 23 of Bob. Trying to fit. Who's in the lead? Do you have any idea?
Yeah, the 08. We've only said it like 5 times, but yeah, good job paying attention.
I hate it here.
And again, that's fake news.
Damn fuel. Fuel strategy races. I can't stand them.
So should we crown him now, or
yeah, that'll probably be. Well, I mean, I'm not so sure that he can make it all the way. We are coming down to the end. We have seen a driver win on pit road before. Creed has done that. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out the lap count because, quite frankly, I stopped doing math and subtracting 1 from the number prior. Yeah, so Dark Knight's in 3 and 4. Once he crosses the line, I'll be able to give you a lap count. He's also driving all by himself, not having fun. Wide Open, even if he is saving fuel, hoping to make it, driving by himself this whole time is not fun.
It's not too bad if you're in the lead, though. It's a little bit better.
That is facts. Yep, Booger McFarland said that. 3 to go, so the leader has 2 to go. Also going 3 wide on the backstretch, not where he wants to be, I'm sure. I might have probably lifted and just let them go. Yeah, good idea there.
That way he can even save more fuel.
That seems logical. Yeah, I like that. And actually being behind these guys, he can definitely save fuel. He's going to be in the draft. He's getting ready to come to the white flag, so I'm going to say that he's probably going to make it. So this is the white flag brought to you by the Back Alley Bakery.
I was wondering if we were going to sponsor them tonight.
That's your leader. Even though it looks like he's in 3rd, that is not true. He is the leader. Alright, I'm going to say that he's not going to run out of fuel, and even if he does, he's probably still going to win the race. So, congratulations to Wide Open Racing 67 in that 08 Panini Chevy Camaro.
Shin Motorsports. Like I said, it's first of the race, guys. Go Shin.
Every squirrel finds a nut once in a while, so congratulations on picking that one, Pa. No, I'm just kidding. NRG's mic hates him right now.
What do you mean?
Alright guys, I'm going to blue screen and try to get wide open in here. And I'm no longer blue screened. So you guys should be able to see that I'm still watching the car go slow around the track right now. um, 20 car in the grass. I'm hoping he was already finished before he decided to go down there. Not 100% certain what's taking so long for this to go to the loading screen.
Maybe he just wants to take his victory lap.
Yeah, I can't really say that I expected that to end under fuel strategy. I mean, we talked about it, but I didn't expect it.
I sort of did.
Alright, cool. Going to the loading screen now. I didn't have to quit.
This mic is trash.
We all agree with that, actually. Monster Racing with the fastest lap with a 47 flat, so that's a good lap for him. Back out of that. See, we'll give Wide Open a few minutes to get into this chat.
He said he had already joined Wide Open.
He's in this chat?
Yep, I'm here.
Yep. Yeah, he's
Oh,
joined.
alright. Are you set to always allow?
Yes.
Okay, so, Energy, you want to take this one?
Yeah, man, that was quite the strategy. The only one with that strategy. Did you get full?
Sorry, what was that? You broke off there.
Did he get what?
His mic's hating him tonight.
Oh.
Alright, yeah, so maybe we shouldn't have had him doing the interview.
I'm going to assume that he want to know if I got full fuel and tires at the pit stop.
Yeah, that first run, did you run that till the car was empty? And were you possibly running like a 3-gear setup, maybe?
No, I was running 4 gear. I ran the first and second stages, both in 4th gear. I just made sure I stayed in the draft, I kept my car clean. At the first stage, I showed the speed I had by racing up from 10th to 2nd to push my teammate to the stage win. And no, just kept her in 4th gear the whole race and kept it clean.
Well, definitely congratulations. I believe this is your first victory in the Custom Xfinity Series.
Yes.
Definitely a big shout out. Like seeing new people win. We noticed when it seemed you stayed out about 3-4 laps longer than the rest of the field did on that first set of green flag stops. So we were wondering if that was your plan all along. And then after it looked like your captain, Serenity was in front of you, so you were probably able to save a bunch of fuel in the draft following those guys. Was right off the get-go on lap 1 of stage 3, was that your game plan the whole time?
Yes, just stay in the draft, make sure I can make it to that midway point. After I made that pit stop, I did not need any draft. I could push it full throttle and finish out that stage for the win.
All right, man. Well, again, I want to say congratulations from everyone here at Giggity. We're going to let you go celebrate with your team, as that's a huge victory, getting a Dega win for Team Shin. So, again, congratulations.
Yep, congratulations, Wide Open.
And,
thank you, guys.
And to the viewers at home, that's going to wrap it up for the night. Tune in tomorrow night as the development series goes live also at Talladega. What series are they racing, Paul?
Cup tomorrow, isn't it?
I'm not sure. That's why I asked you.
Xfinity at Talladega. I guess.
Xfinity at Talladega. So they'll be in the Xfinity cars, but it will be our newer guys to the league trying to prove that they deserve a spot in these higher series. So tune in tomorrow night around 7 o'clock for the preset development race, and the customs will be shortly after. To everyone else, have a good night, and NRG hates his microphone.